Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Saturday, September 21st, 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time, 2024. It is looking ever increasing that a tropical storm and a hurricane is developing in the Gulf by the end of next week. This is the GFS model for Friday, September 27th. Buckle up. Keep calm. It's boom time. The fall equinox arrives tomorrow morning as daylight dwindles. Astronomical fall begins Sunday at 8:43 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's when, well, the light time will be less than the nighttime. A California firefighter has been arrested for allegedly starting 5 wildfires. That's climate change for you. A Cal Fire firefighter was arrested Friday morning on suspicion of starting 5 separate wildfires in the state within the last 6 weeks. The fire apparatus engineer Robert Hernandez, 38, was arrested by Cal Fire law enforcement officers at a fire station in Mendocino County, California, on suspicion of arson to forest land. So it apparently isn't so much climate change, but climate change lunatics. Now, odds are increasing that a tropical system will track towards the U.S. Gulf Coast next week. There is no agreement, however, on where the storm will form and where it will track. There is agreement, however, on the models, and they are all showing development in the Gulf in just a few days. So stay tuned for future updates as the models get clearer. And when this storm develops, it will be named Helene. The National Hurricane Center is watching for a tropical system to take shape in the Caribbean or Gulf next week, and Helene will be that named storm. Here is the full forecast. Severe thunderstorms in the southern high plains Saturday, coastal flooding in the east. Scattered severe thunderstorms are possible Saturday afternoon into early evening across parts of the southern high plains. Damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes and heavy to excessive rainfall are possible. Along the Atlantic coast, widespread minor to isolated moderate coastal flooding at high tides is forecast through the weekend. Right there is the flooding zone. And take a look at the blue. Who knew? Now you do. Frost advisories up for the northern tier states, so bring in those sensitive plants. And here is the storm on the GFS model making landfall on the panhandle of Florida Friday, September 27th. If we take a look at some of the other models, let's go to the ECMFW, the European. So on the 27th, it's making landfall a little closer to Mississippi and Alabama, but the models are all lining up. So stay tuned for updates as this tropical storm develops. Now take a look at the GFS model quick here with me. This storm's going to move through, bring heavy rain to the southeast states there, and then watch what happens right behind it. Another system right behind it, moving up just 5 or 6 days later. Now, this is a long-term model, but hopefully we don't get a 1-2 punch like the GFS model is showing. A quick look at the total snow accumulated, and we do have some major snow entering the picture by the first week of October here. Several sets of snow, and take a look at British Columbia. Already 4 feet of snow predicted through the first week of October. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore is not happy with the forecast. Can the woolly bear caterpillar really predict Oregon's winter weather? Well, according to legends, the width of this red spot, this red stripe, determines the severity of the winter. Now, if it's wide, which it can be almost 1/3 of the animal, it means mild winter. This is as small as you can possibly get, that strip, which means, well, according to old folk tales, a very cold, snowy winter is coming. What say you? Leave a comment below. Warning, as 1 month's rainfall could fall in a single day. Yes, where are we talking about? This is from the BBC. Heavy rain is likely to affect many parts of Wales in the coming days. The Met Office has issued a yellow weather warning, predicting that up to 80 to 100 millimeters could fall in some places over the course of 12 to 24 hours on Monday. What a fun day. Average September rainfall across southern England and South Wales is less than that for the month. So, 1 month's rainfall could fall in less than a day based on those numbers. And intense rain over the Sahara, the world's hottest desert, turns green. All of this flooding rain since 2021 is due to Hungatunga and massive amounts of moisture locked into the atmosphere. And recent heavy rains over the Sahara Desert have significantly transformed the landscape. And we will show you what that looks like right here. Here's 2023 versus 2024. 2023-24. Al Gore's a bore. And it is pouring out here. If you can hear that noise, that is the pitter-patter on the rooftop. And just to show you what I mean about the Hungatunga moisture, here we can see in January 2022 there, the beginning of the Hungatunga eruption, that added moisture to the atmosphere at 26.1 hectopascals. And now it is completely saturated over the entire globe as of 2024, which means flooding rains are possible from the North Pole to the South Pole to the equator and everywhere in between. Seismic update. Couple quakes of note. We had a 6.0 in Argentina at 130 kilometers. That is Blot Echo region. We could be seeing a larger quake coming up to the surface there. So heed the warnings. An uptick in seismicity for the west coast of the U.S., even in those southern Cal regions. Some seismicity in Hawaii as that eruption comes to an end. And we do have a 5.4 near Adak volcano in Alaska. A quick look at worldwide volcano news. Semeru, 14,000 foot, Dukono to 9,000. Sabancaya, 22,000 foot, Fuego to 15. Ibu to 10. Liwatobi puffing. Reventador, 15,000 foot puff. Sangay to 19,000. Boom! The Kilauea volcano. The eruption has paused on the flank there. It was pouring over into the caldera in spectacular fashion. Canalan in the Philippines, elevated levels of SO2, as you can see, small puffs coming there. Santaguito, 14,000 foot. Semeru, 14,000 foot. Dukono to 9. Sabancay to 22,000 foot. Ibu, 10,000 foot blast. Reventador, 15,000 foot. Sangay to 19,000. Now, folks, this is all just today. Dukono to 9,000 and Canalan wrapping up the list. A quick look at space weather, and you can see the sun has now been quiet for 4 straight days in a row. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet, and there are sunspots peppering the disk, but doing absolutely nothing during solar max. I think it's over, Johnny, and we're going to rapidly drop down into solar minimum. Albeit, there will be a flurry of some activity over the next 6 months or so, but I think it's over from here. A rare polar bear has been shot dead by police in Iceland after being thought a threat. There are so many polar bears on Earth, they are now walking and floating icebergs to Iceland, where they don't even live. This one made the trip from Greenland, apparently, and was shot dead because he was rummaging through some trash. When polar bears first began being looked at in the 1960s, there were less than 6,000 known on Earth. Today, there are over 60,000 polar bears, and they have now become a nuisance and are being shot by police. Many of the things that the mainstream media are telling you are just categorically untrue. Like what they say about the jabs. Lee and I did a amazing expose on this paper, Real-Time Self-Assembly of Stereo Microscopically Visible Artificial Constructions in Incubated Specimens of mRNA Products. And we put it up on Magnetic Reversal News, and it was immediately taken down. Because this is information that is peer-reviewed but does not fit their narrative. These micro-nano structures are self-assembling, and they are in the vaccine. which is why they took the video down, because they don't want you to get the information. It was removed from our channel, and we were given a strike. So what are we going to do about it? We're going to live stream it tonight on Magnetic Reversal News on Rumble, which does not censor. We want to get thousands of you over there to subscribe to our new Rumble channel and watch it live with Leah and I in just a few minutes, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll be over there with full chat, full commentary, and well, YouTube can suck it. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We are shadow banned. We are shut down. We are demonetized. And our videos are being removed for medical misinformation, even though we reviewed a peer-reviewed paper. How do you like them apples? Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And join us in just a few minutes over at Magnetic Reversal News on Rumble for self-assembling nanostructures in mRNA products from Moderna and Pfizer. And well, let your mind be boomed. Be safe. We love you.